Greetings, you ravenous chupacabras. I hope you're doing well. My name is Graham, and welcome to the Crack-A-Pack here on LRRMTG, where today we are opening a pack of Rivals of Ixalan. This was given to us by Dumbo3K at PAX East 2018. I guess that was a lot closer to when Rivals of Ixalan came out. Let's crack into the pack. Ooh, starting off strong with Legion Conquistador. For varying, definitions of strong. 2 and a white for a 2/2 vampire soldier that says, when Legion Conquistador enters the battlefield, you may search your library for any number of cards named Legion Conquistador, shuffle them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. So I know that I talked about this when I did a pack of Ixalan here, but this was interesting because these were in Ixalan. Ixalan and Rivals of Ixalan was the last set that they did that was the same block over multiple sets that would be drafted together. This card was in Ixalan, and it would have been terrible after introducing packs of Rivals of Ixalan to it, because you only have one pack, I think, of Ixalan to get these. So they experimented with doing reprints from Ixalan in Rivals of Ixalan to make the sort of the draft environment make a little bit more sense. They also reprinted Sailor of Means and Colossal Dreadmaw, which is where that whole meme started from. But reprinting these was really smart, because otherwise it would have been awful. As it was mediocre. But if you were in the vampire deck, that was super useful, honestly. Crashing Tide is next. 2 and a blue for a sorcery. It has flash as long as you control a merfolk, and return target creature to its owner's hand and draw a card. Especially in merfolk. If you could cast this at instant speed, very strong. Boy, you want to talk about an underappreciated card. Stampeding Horncrest. 4 and a red for a 4/4 dinosaur, and it has haste as long as you control another dinosaur. Early in the format, it was like, that is just a big old dirtily thing. It's a 4/4 for 5, and I wouldn't worry about it. Late in the format, Stampeding Horncrest was high on my pick order if I was in dinosaurs, because it just 4/4 with haste. It was scary. It was a big and scary thing that would kill you with its terrifying horns. Yeah, dinosaurs. Orazca Frillback is sort of a little lower on the dino tier. 2 and a green for a 4/2 dinosaur. With flavor text. It says, the frillbacks of Orazca soak up the sun and their tall spinal fins. They look slow and sleepy until they catch the scent of prey. Now, of course, the frillback looks a lot like it was inspired by the real-life prehistoric creature, the Dimetrodon, which had a very similar sort of spinal fin. Dimetrodon, not a dinosaur. So, how dare you, Wizards of the Coast. Next we have Fathom Fleet Border. It's 2 and a black for a 3/3 orc pirate. When it enters the battlefield, you lose 2 life unless you control another pirate. But you were okay with that because it was a 3/3 for 3 in black. And sometimes you just needed to put some pressure on some fools, and this did that job. So, I would run the Fathom Fleet Border. Strider Harness is next. It's a 3 mana artifact equipment. It's sort of like it's like a magical exosuit. Like you might have seen pictures of like military personnel with, or I mean, if we want to relate it to video games, like in Death Stranding, right? You know, like an exosuit that lets you walk faster and carry heavier things, except this one fits on dinosaurs. So the equipped creature gets +1/+1 and haste, and it equips for 1. I didn't see this get as much play as some of the other cards we've seen so far, but the art is really funny. Deadeye Righauler is 3 and a blue for a 3/2 human pirate with Raid, which says when Deadeye Righauler enters the battlefield, if you attacked with a creature this turn, you may return target creature to its owner's hand. So that could be really irritating, especially if you had something with evasion. You got to attack for free and get in and then play this and bounce one of their creatures. It was good stuff. The Tempo Pirates deck did some shenanigans. Gruesome Fate is upon us. It is 2 and a black for a sorcery. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature you control. This card was not great. Thanks for coming out though. Mutiny. on the other hand, was 1 red mana, is 1 red mana. The card still exists. It is 1 red mana for a sorcery. Target creature an opponent controls deals damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls. So you can make one of their things kill a different one of their things. And ideally, the power and toughnesses work out that their worse creature can kill their bigger creature. Didn't often work out. He still tended to play Mutiny. Gleaming Barrier, 2 mana artifact creature wall. It's a 0/4 with Defender. And when it dies, you create a treasure. We all know what treasure does now. At the time, it was brand new, so it says create a colorless treasure artifact token with tap, sack this artifact, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. But now it's all just make a treasure. Attzokan Seer. Attzokan Seer. Yeah, I've never had to say that out loud. I don't know if I'm doing it right. It's 1 green white for a 2/3 human druid. Tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool and sacrifice this card to return target dinosaur card from your graveyard to your hand, because this was in the dinosaur colors. So, you know, you could use it to ramp into some big dinos and then get a dinosaur back. It honestly wasn't as amazing as you would have thought. The problem is it's a 3 mana, 2/3 mana dork, which is not quite where they want to be. It was fine, but you know, it wasn't like busted or anything. But neither was Oathsworn Vampire, and you still played that. 1 and a black for a 2/2 Vampire Knight, enters the battlefield tapped. You may cast Oathsworn Vampire from your graveyard if you gained any life this turn. So very, very hard to kill, which is why the art is him just sort of like, you know, stepping out of his coffin like it's any morning. Get up, have a little bit of blood coffee. Is that a thing? Can you brew coffee with, you know what? I don't want to know the answer to that. Good job, Oathsworn Vampire. Oh, it's Thrashy Bee. Good old Thrashy Bee. It's the Thrashing Brontodon. 1 green for a 3/4 dinosaur, and for 1 and sacrifice it. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. Shows up in cubes now, this guy. What's our rare? Well, we have Path of Discovery. 3 and a green for an enchantment. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it explores. Do you remember what Explore did? Well, I'll tell you. You reveal the top card to your library. You put that card into your hand if it's a land. So if it's a land, you just get to draw it. Otherwise, you put a +1/+1 counter on the creature and then either put that card back or put it into your graveyard. So it's sort of like if it's a land, you draw it. If it's not a land, you surveil. And also, if it's not a land, you put a +1/+1 counter on the creature who explored. That's very good, but paying 4 mana for an enchantment that then needs a creature to be cast before it does a thing was not that great. Path of Discovery was not really a barnstormer. And then we've got 2 other cards here. This is a little weird. So 1 is, so you can use to mark your double face cards, because this is the first time we're seeing, no, it's not the first time we're seeing double face cards, because there was transform cards, but this is this kind of double face cards with the lands. So you can mark this card to represent a double face card in your library or hand. And it's got, you know, Hadana's Climb, Journey to Eternity, Path of Metal, Profane Procession, Storm of the Vault, Azor's Gateway, and Golden Guardian. Obviously these were in Ixalan as well. This is the Rivals of Ixalan set. And then also an ad for a Magic the Gathering skin pack available for Minecraft, which I didn't know about. Did you know about this? James didn't even know about this. Huh. Pyromantic Pixels. Okay. Cool. I wonder if this is still available. It's not like a code or anything, it's just an ad for it. But that exists. The pack as a whole, as it turns out, is a little over $3, or, well, you know, it is over $3. And $2.41 of that is Path of Discovery. So, I don't know, I'm gonna do whatever I always do when a card is worth more than I think it is, which is blame Commander. Thanks, Commander. That said, in draft, in this set, I would probably take, I don't know, it's tough. It wouldn't be Path of Discovery. I think it would either be Thrashing Brontodon or Oathsworn Vampire. I don't think it's the Attzokan Seer, and the rest of the cards are fine. I'm not going to take Stampeding Horncrest this highly. Not over Thrashing Brontodon. It's probably Brontodon or Vampire. Dinosaurs or vampires. However I'm feeling that day. Do I feel more dinosaur today or more vampire? Who can tell? No one is capable of deciphering that about anybody. I'm certainly not. But that's it for the Crack-A-Pack today. Thank you all for joining us. If you want to send us a pack, you can at our P.O. Box, label it Attention Crack-A-Pack. You can also buy stuff at our store at store.loadingreadyrun.com, or hang out in our Discord, discord.gg/LRR, or most importantly, help us out by supporting us directly at patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. Really appreciate that. I have been Graham. James is here helping out. Shout outs to the editors. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Crack-A-Pack.